Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we're continuing this, but only for half an hour because, woo boy, am I tired. Right, cat? So yes, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Alright, everything's recording properly, so let's go on ahead and do a little adjustment to everything that we have here, because why not? So yeah, we're continuing with this little area. Nothing too special. And while it's on, the particular subject train that we are currently on since last episode, that 100% attempt might have been salvaged for, painkillers, of course. I am not going to, spoil much about what occurred, but let's just say that I made a discovery. A very good discovery. A discovery that at the very least grants me a chance of being able to do what needs to be done. And I am very happy that I've made the discovery. It's a discovery that I couldn't really find anywhere on, the internet about, how do you get this? How do you move this? How do you fix this? Because nobody... Unless they did, but then their videos were deleted for some reason because long ago, and then they deleted their channel thinking that nothing of value was lost at that point. It's like old videos just get deleted, but primarily due to the fact that some people probably are just like, it's an old video, I don't even need this anymore. Why do I even have this on my channel? It's like, but what do people need to know about it? Of course, who's to say if YouTube just deletes it, but I don't think they would. Why would they? It's a very helpful little guide to an old game that, while yes, technically speaking, while it is old, it could at least have some level of fixes occurring in it. Granted, I don't know, it's not like... I don't know how else to describe it at that point. Like, they did this thing that pretty much just broke a part of the game that made it impossible for you to be able to get your hands on 5-star. Or I wouldn't say it's broken, more like, who the fuck put that there? Completely different from broken, obviously. Either way, we got our answer and we got our fix. So, everything is good in that department, at least. You'll just have to tune in the episode tomorrow when that comes out. But yes, a fix was found, a fix was made, and now I show to thee how to get 5 stars on the stone pit. I will at least say this much for a fact. It's not in-game. For in-games, impossible to acquire it that way, just due to general location. And also, I find it funny that I'm just over here trying to find a means to be able to, look at the map, but upon my stumbling, made a very interesting discovery, which allowed me to get my answer. And not just an answer, a solution. That's a whole nother ballpark right there. It's not just an answer. It's a solution. And a solution, that of which I immediately begin to work on solving. So yes, I would say we've made the right and great decision of finding this said solution. Because now here we are. Well, you'll just have to see. It's very fun. It's very nice. It's a nice discovery, and it's one that I just want everybody to know the existence of, because obviously it is useful to know of this if you yourself are going to be attempting to go for what I'm going for. So yes, discoveries have been made, and it is good. Also, on a side note, I went through 12 hours of bullshit today. Though I will say, I think physically I'm starting to get a bit more tolerable in that instance. Doesn't mean I want to go through more of that crap, obviously. But I've been starting, like, lifting up frames and putting them down. Not down, but, like, down enough to, like, do this and do that. I've got at least some muscles. Not enough yet to, like, start doing push-ups. Because if I want to start doing push-ups, my arms need to get used to being able to lift up about 240-something odd pounds. Which is pretty much the size I've been for a large majority of my life. Doesn't feel like that, but that's probably because I'm like 6 feet tall. So we'll see what we can do. It's an interesting little subsection that I'm going down right here, right now. But, yeah. Alright, anyways. Alright. I need to land here. I feel like what will probably be the easiest way for me to go about doing this is find the level here. Actually, that's a good question. How did I do... Did I do one of these with level hubs in mind? No, I guess technically... Yeah, no, that is indeed a part of its own block space. I mean, it makes sense, all things considered. Makes me wonder if I should just have this thing be its own separate thing and put it underneath the level hub. Like, before we just have the level hub connected to it, but do we really need it to be connected? Not really. I think this is probably a good idea regardless. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so tired. So goddamn tired. Barely got any sleep because obviously, you know me, you can't go to sleep early. That's an impossibility. It's a shame, really. But, you know, that's just how it is. I'd like to think maybe I'll have no problem trying to go to sleep tonight, but, you know, that's also not going to be occurring too. It's annoying. I wish it wasn't like that. But who knows? Maybe I'm so goddamn tired I'll actually freaking crash out. Crash Bandicoot out. And then, you know, go on ahead and just... Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm only doing this for like 30 minutes anyways, right? So why not? Oh, so 12 hours nonsense. I had to have like 4 freaking meals. Breakfast, first lunch, second lunch, and dinner. Yeah. So now I'm dealing with, I think, indigestion, heartburn, whatever the hell the burning sensation in throat is. Whenever you're like burping something up, probably that. I don't know. I don't recall. But I needed food, obviously. So we got food. I need to stick it out of my face. Alright, good. I'm going to go on ahead, bring this in. And not all the way in. I would say like maybe 23 or so, and you know, keep going. 21. Okay. Yeah, because we got the water here, it makes this a bit easier to set up. Yeah, that definitely does make it nicer and easier. Alright, good. Glad we're making some progress here. Though, admittedly, yeah, wait, how is this gonna work? I mean, it would have to start at least right here-ish, right? Might have to be 22 if you want that to be that. Yep, alright, that works. Alright, so anyways, aside from all of what we've done in that department, I have gotten a head start. I should be close to done with it, but I'm not. Of the next episode of Heavenly Deadland. It's an interesting one. It introduces you to a character who was inspired off of, Jozu from Tokyo Ghoul, since the entirety of the Heavenly Deadland series is kind of a series inspired off of Tokyo Ghoul itself. So if you know who Jozu is, then you know that this character here is a bit unique looking in a sense. They're more feminine, yet if you know anything about most animes, it's a guy. I wouldn't say like similar to Domadora in that sense. I guess Domadora is like a bit more, effeminate in that department, but I don't know. They're both obviously completely different. One is going to be similar in the sense of Jozu's happy-go-lucky personality, but it's going to have a different backstory, unless the backstory somehow ends up being the same due to what I have in mind. Which I don't know if it is going to be the same, because the powers of those ghouls were completely different from what I have going on in Heavenly Deadland. What with, some devils, i.e. the main character, having like blood-based powers, blood technique. Another one being like having the ability to create bugs that would then infect it, depending on friend or foe, infect people to put holes inside of them or to armor up their own devil kind. Another one with ice abilities, another one with the ability to basically just control people by just saying words. And you would think, oh, that doesn't seem too bad. You've seen the episode where she basically went on ahead and took control of a bunch of dock workers. So he essentially just pulled a Freerin and just told them all to kill themselves using her power. And then they did. It was very, very traumatic, I would say. On par with the entire series' general, dark theme that goes on throughout most of the episodes, for lack of a better word. At the very least, one of the named characters' deaths, I won't say who, even though, it's been out for a while, was pretty gruesome. You could probably feel quite bad for her or his character. I say her or his, despite the fact that just like Tokyo Ghoul, there are so many freaking characters. I will say this much for a fact. My OC count is pretty high, but making this series inspired off of another series, even more so than, say, most other series, just basically ended up with us having even more characters to work with. Which is great, because, that means we have even more characters. Yep, it's a nice feeling. So, anyways, yeah, that's what we got going for us there in that department. I still gotta work on it. God damn it, it froze again. Don't freeze again, don't freeze me. I don't need to go back to the painful land of being frozen. Are we doing good? I think. Let me adjust this real quick. Woo, we did it. My throat is quite hoarse at the moment. It's annoying. Very annoying. God, I'm only going to get 2 grid spaces done with. It's insane. I should be getting more done with than this, but no. You fucking close the damn thing, you son of a bitch. There we go. partially why I was hesitant on trying to record today, because it's been a rough day, to say the least. And my voice is definitely transferred over into that department right there. Anyways. Boom. Nope. Well, actually, I don't know how thick this is going to be, so I think for the sake of simplicity. There. Now I got this here to cover up most of what we have needing to be covered up. And my god, I keep ending up being stuck behind something. Should be good enough. I don't need this to be that high out there, so I don't know, keep it to 11 or something. Most of the sizes here don't matter too much. Matter of fact, let me make this like 3. So it's thick and actually gets stuff done with here. Well, we can't go that far out though, so yeah. Let's say keep that to around here maybe. Or maybe like put it here at like 6. For the most part. Yep, there we go. What the hell? Is that a plane that I'm hearing rumbling outside? Yep, it was. I hear the noise, the soaring noise. You know, the noises that planes usually make when they're soaring overhead. That noise. God damn it. Right, good. I will say my time in Unity has, at the very least, given me a general understanding of what I needed to do going into a specific editor for a specific video and whatnot. Let's see. I think this is going to most likely be mountain sides, right? It makes the most sense for this to kind of be mountain sides. Just primarily due to the fact that this is kind of going to be all over the place. God, I'm so tired and slow at the moment. Oh, wow, I didn't even know you were like that close in the cliffside here. Huh. That's a bit tricky, isn't it? Okay, I will go ahead and just have you here then. Just like at 7 for 7 or something. Positioning doesn't matter too much. I think for the most part, the mountainside should start to go at around here-ish. Let me just do some things here real quick. Though granted, I have no idea how it's going to go. 9. I thought that was an insect. No, it's just some... I don't know what that was. You guys didn't see it, I don't think. Alright. Alright, that's good. And the mountainside becomes a bit blocky here, but that's fine in this department. Because in this department, you can't really see much of anything down there anyways. Um, 7. Let's try to keep this a little bit contained. And if this is where that begins... Well, first of all, you shouldn't be going that far out anyways. There we go. Second of all, this is where the mountainsides start. Then allow me to kind of just start bringing this out a bit more. That's the wrong direction. Yeah, there we go. Mountainside would soon start here-ish. Yeah, because remember that this is going to be like a mountain bit here. I don't know how much that matters. I mean, I guess for the pure sake of the fact that we just start covering this up a little bit, yeah, maybe we'll go on in. How much time is left? 90 minutes. Yeah. I mean, I will say one thing though. I did get progress done with on Terraria's thumbnail, so there's that at least. At the very least, I've made progress there. Shaded and textured and Duke Nukem and the Cat. So that helped a lot. Though admittedly, I would prefer to get a lot more done with, but progress is being made, and until we can get that done with, we're still sticking with doing this on camera. Which, you know, admittedly, at the very least, this forces me to get progress done with no matter how long this takes. So, yeah. I'd say it's still fine nonetheless. Like, at this point, I'm not making these particular videos for views, but more so just my personal forcement reasoning to get this done with. To at least make it so I cannot just abandon it because of the severe size of everything. I want to be able to work on this more off camera, but obviously there's still a lot of things that need to get finished first before I can start doing that. But when I get that finished, when I get those done with, and hopefully I'll be good for like a while, I shouldn't have to worry too much about most of anything, I would say. Hopefully. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that all goes when the time comes. But for now, we'll just continue working like we have been working on this entire series. And just make more zones. I do at least want to get to a point where I start working on... what do you call it? So where's the center in this? I mean, I guess if I take the land... Maybe you'd be like 11 or something. I don't know. There we go. Alright, good, great. How much more is left? Well, for one thing, I at least want to have this be like 3. Nah, make this 2. Because then if I make this 2, I'll have to make this 2 as well. I don't think much is happening with most of this stuff, so this should be relatively fine. Hopefully. I hope. Oh, man. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know how much hours of sleep, hours. I don't know how many hours I've been up in total so far. Because I barely got any sleep last night. Trying to go to sleep at 1, ended up laying in bed for like probably an hour. Gotta wake up at like 8, right? Woke up at like 6 something. Tried to go back to sleep. Don't know if I went back to sleep. Kind of was hard to tell. And now here I am. Probably close to 24 hours of being awake. Which, you know, I am surprised we're at this point here. And then we're probably still gonna... Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll see what happens. I'll see what happens. You guys won't be here for that. Obviously. God damn it. So confusing on how that all goes, but it's fine. How much time's left? Whew. Man, time really flies by so fast when you're just tired. Like, very tired. More tired than I should be, but I'm just so damn tired. Like, I am far beyond the reaches of tired here. Like, I'm keeping up at the very least, but I feel like that's more subconsciously than consciously at this point. Though I don't know how much you can really say about what you call it here, so... I don't know, we'll have to see. And by see, I mean just get to the end of this and go to sleep, man. Ugh. Oh, wish I didn't have these problems, but frickin' some people just think you can go to sleep on a dime. Not me, no, can't do that. It's almost an impossibility. I question how most people are even able to sleep on a dime. Like, I see cartoons are completely different, obviously, but like American Dad with the old people and what do you call it? They're like, in the sleeping booth. Remember that? Steve becomes old. They're in the sleeping booth. And in the sleeping booth, they basically just fall asleep in like not even a second. As soon as they walk or sit into the booth, it's just like nights out. Lights out is what I'm trying to say. But I unfortunately do not have that luxury, unfortunately. And I shall say it twice, because why not? So yeah, that's what I am dealing with. Unable to sleep. Meanwhile, cartoon old people can just sleep on a dime. It's like a curse at this point. Yeah, I can stay up for longer times and periods. I used to do it as a kid. I gotta do that now if I want to actually get progress on stuff done with, and I didn't even get that as much progress as I wanted to get done with due to certain other reasonings. A certain blue and bald reason. And a certain pixie-haired, pink pixie-haired catchphrase reason, if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, then it's probably best that you don't look into it. Just don't look into it, alright? All you gotta do is just not look into it. Don't. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop looking into it, man. All you gotta do is not look into it. Why are you looking into it? Stop exploring. You're gonna end up like the freaking, was it Nazis in the Indiana Jones movie with the arc thingy? I don't remember. Do I have vague memories? No. References? Yes. Mostly Family Guy references. I don't think there's been much of a reference. Well, wasn't there a reference to that in Kid Next Door? I don't remember. It would be a pretty dark reference for a show like that to have that, but I don't think it like actually showed anything old. More so just showed a concept of it, and then they froze or something. No clue. Don't remember. Too tired to remember. And my throat is also not really happy either. Man, I only got 2 things done with here. Are you kidding me? I mean, progress is made regardless, so I'll just call it here. And it's only 30 seconds left anyways, so thank y'all for watching today's episode. Oh god, my eyes. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, previous episode of Game Crafters, right over here in the most recent episode of Raft. This is where Raft goes, not here, here. Thank y'all for watching, I'll see you all in the next episode, where hopefully I'm not tired. Later.